Welcome to SolidCAM Professor. I'm Sydney, your SolidCAM Professor, with one of many videos available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In this part, we need to machine out the multi-blades as shown over here, and we'll be doing this using the multi-blade option inside our 5th axis operations. Now, if we take our first operation, you'll see we'll be using the option of multi-blade machining. And the technology will be roughing, as we have to rough out the material around the part. The geometry itself, first we have our blades or splitters and fillets in this particular case, and this will be these blades over here. Next we have our hub as shown in this area over here. That is actually this surface over there. Next, besides that, we also have our shroud. Clicking in the area of the shroud, it shows exactly what we need to pick for our shroud. In this particular case, we picked this area over there. That's our shroud. Our tool in this particular case will be using a tapered mill. And if we go down to our toolpath parameters, we have our technology. In our technology, we have our layers, our maximum number of layers as shown over here, and we also have our maximum number of slices. Now let's just continue down to our tool axis control, and we see we have our tilting controlled by our preferred lead angle as shown over here. We have also our maximum lead angle, and we also have our side tilt angle. Let's just run our simulation, and you'll see our tool path will actually be going exactly the way I want it in this area over there. Up and down, breaking it up into slices and into layers until we get down to the very bottom, the way I wanted to actually cut this area over here. In my next operation, I'd like to work on this wall over here to finish that wall. If I go to the operation itself, you'll see I'm using the option of blade finishing, as shown in the diagram over here. My geometry in this particular case, I have my blades as shown over here. I have my hub, just as before, and again, the shroud the exact same way I had it before. My tool will be the same tool I had last time, my tapered mill. And if I go down to my toolpath parameters, I have my surface quality and I have my technology showing you exactly again the layers, and that's all I really need now because this is actually doing a finish area. So I don't need the slices. All I need is the layers as far as going down on the blade itself. If I were to go into my simulation, again you'll see that now it's working on finishing off that blade all the way around the part. Again, tilting automatically because we're using the option of multi-blade machining. Now, the next operation, we want to finish off the very corners at the very bottom of the blade itself. So for that, again, I've used the multi-blade machining fillet finishing as shown over here. My geometry in this particular case, as far as the blades goes, we still have our blades that I want to go around, as shown over there, same as last time. And we have our hub. That's all I need to define. The tool I'll be using, again, will be that tapered mill. As in the tapered mill itself, I also have a radius needed for this blade. Going into my toolpath parameters, in my technology, we have the number of cuts, as shown over here, and the side step I want to use for the radius itself. If we run our simulation, you'll see that the tool will work exactly just on the radius itself, giving a nice smooth finish to the radius. Now, in my last operation, I'd like to actually finish off the floor. So for that, we'll go back into the operation and we have multi-blade machining hub finishing as shown over there. My geometry, again, we have our blades, same as last time, And we have our faces, which is our hub as shown in the diagram over here. The tool, again, I'll be using the tapered mill. And if I go into my toolpath parameters, again, going into technology, we have our slices, maximum number of slices. If we want, we can also do this by distance. Let's just run our simulation. And again, you'll see this time it's working on finishing off the floor as shown over there until we get a really nice, smooth finish. And you can see that it's tilting exactly the way it should so that the tool can work in every single possible area on the floor itself. For more videos on SolidCAM Professor, please go to our website, www.solidcam.com, and look for the tab called SolidCAM Professor. Thank you for joining us on SolidCAM Professor. Take care and have a nice day.